Welcome to the Explainer. Have you ever really looked at your wine glass and wondered why it's shaped that way? Or why some bottles have that little dent in the bottom? Well, today, we're diving into the hidden science behind these everyday objects, and you're about to find out they're not just containers, they're actually finely tuned instruments, all designed to make your wine taste even better.
So, yeah, let's start with that question. Why is your wine glass shaped like that? You might think it's just about looking fancy, but it's not. Not at all. It's really all about science. Every single curve, every angle is a super deliberate choice, a little piece of precision engineering that's there for one reason and one reason only, to improve your tasting experience.
To really get why the modern wine glass is so brilliant, we actually have to take a big step back in time. You see, the story of the glass is completely tied up with the incredible 8,000-year journey of wine itself.
I mean, think about it. Wine has been part of human history for 8 millennia. It started out in simple clay pots in what's now modern-day Georgia. Then it became this revered drink for Egyptian pharaohs, and it was central to life for the ancient Greeks. Over thousands of years, it's evolved from just a basic beverage into this huge cultural phenomenon. And as the art of winemaking got better, so did the vessels we drink it from.
Okay, so with all that history in mind, let's dissect the modern wine glass. You're about to see that it's not a cup. It's a precision instrument. Every single part has a critical role to play in delivering that perfect sip.
It all starts at the bottom, right? The base. It might seem kind of boring, but it's the foundation for the whole experience. It's designed purely to keep your glass stable and balanced. You know, it's the unsung hero of the whole setup.
And moving up from there, you've got the stem. Now, its purpose is incredibly simple, but absolutely vital. It's there so you can hold the glass without your hand touching the bowl. This is so important because your body heat can actually change the wine's temperature, and even a tiny shift can totally alter the flavor and the aroma. Now, we get to the bowl. This is where the magic really happens. It's the heart of the glass. The shape of the bowl is all about controlling how much the wine interacts with oxygen, letting it breathe. This process softens the wine and releases all those amazing smells. And then, the curve of the glass funnels all those aromas right up to your nose. It's genius, really.
And finally, we get to the rim. It seems like such a tiny detail, but it has a huge impact. The thickness and the diameter of the rim basically act like a guide. It directs the wine to specific parts of your tongue to highlight certain flavors, like sweetness right on the tip or acidity along the sides. So once you break it down like that, it becomes pretty obvious that one-size-fits-all just doesn't work for wine glasses. Different wines have totally unique personalities, and to really appreciate them, you need a glass that's designed to show off their best features. It's all about that perfect pairing between the wine and the glass.
Let's just look at 2 classic red wine glasses. On one hand, you have the Bordeaux glass. It's tall with a big bowl. It's perfect for those big, bold reds, because that large surface area lets the wine breathe and softens up the tannins. That's the stuff that can give wine that bitter or dry feeling. But then you have the Burgundy glass, which is much wider, almost like a balloon. It's designed to capture all the delicate, subtle aromas of a lighter red like Pinot Noir.
And the exact same principle applies to sparkling wine. The classic flute glass, right? It's tall and narrow, and that shape is all about preserving that beautiful stream of bubbles. But if you're drinking a more complex sparkling wine, you might actually want a tulip glass. See how it has a wider bowl? That lets the aromas open up, while the narrow top still keeps those bubbles from escaping too fast.
You know, a wine story doesn't start when you pop the cork. It starts years, sometimes decades earlier. And long before it ever gets to your glass, the wine is being shaped by its very first home, the bottle.
The wine bottle isn't just a container. You can think of it more like a fortress. It's a guardian, designed to protect the wine from its 2 biggest enemies, damaging light and too much oxygen. The entire thing is engineered for preservation. And just like the glass, every part of the bottle has a job. The slumping shoulders? They're designed to trap sediment in older wines so you get a clean pour. The dark green or brown glass? That basically acts like sunglasses for the wine, protecting it from UV rays. And that dent in the bottom? It's called a punt. That actually adds strength and stability to the bottle. This is the one we all know, right? The standard 750 milliliter bottle. It's pretty much the perfect size for sharing. But bottles get a lot bigger. This is a magnum. It holds 1.5 liters, which is the same as 2 standard bottles. And it's not just for show. A lot of experts say wine actually ages better, more slowly, in a magnum, developing even more complex flavors. And if you thought the magnum was big, get ready. This is a Nebuchadnezzar.
It holds an incredible 15 liters of wine. That's right, 15. It's the same as 20 standard bottles all in one giant, magnificent vessel.
So, after going through all the science and the history of wine bottles and glasses, you're probably thinking, okay, but what does this all mean for me? Well, the answer is actually pretty simple, and it could completely change how you enjoy your next glass of wine.
Here's the key takeaway. Your wine glass and the bottle it came from are not just passive objects. They are active partners in your tasting experience. They are precision tools, perfected over centuries, that all work together to deliver a symphony of flavors and aromas, all the way from the vineyard to you.
So, the next time you pour a glass of wine, just take an extra second to really look at the vessel in your hand. It's so much more than a container. It's the key that unlocks the full potential of the wine inside. And it's a testament to centuries of science and craftsmanship. So, what story is your next glass going to tell you? Thanks for watching.